That's 6 morning, noon, and night.
Cry face.
Oh God! Do you guys have 6 morning, noon, and night? What's up, guys? Welcome back to our podcast, and this is the Cozy Couch Conversations with SHANZ and DEBZ. I'm SHANZ.
And I'm DEBZ.
Yes, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in for the past 3 episodes, guys. Thank you for liking the video, and guys, please subscribe to the channel before when it even starts.
And if you're not subscribed, go subscribe
right
now.
Well, wait. All right. All right, guys. So yes, so really appreciate you guys watching the videos and giving us the feedback and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into this week's episode. And yeah, but first, how you doing this week?
I'm tired. Oh my God, I feel like every week.
Yeah, like you're just like gonna come and tell me you're tired. Is that the only feeling you have? Do you only experience tiredness?
I feel accomplished this week. This week was productive.
Exactly.
I actually had a good week.
Yes. Yeah. Tell them a little bit of what you did.
So I went to St. Elizabeth this week.
Yes.
Yeah, because you guys know that St. Elizabeth was severely affected by Hurricane Beryl. So I got the opportunity to participate in relief efforts.
To give back to St.
give back, yes, and to
that was really nice, you know.
That was good. That was a good experience. Make me feel like me I do a little bit
of good.
Hope to go back next week because it's so much, guys. Like the devastation is like really, really serious, especially like coastal areas and areas that were really exposed to the wind. Not all of St. Elizabeth, but the vast majority of it seemed to have been affected. So that was good, which is why I am exhausted in a good way.
Thing that you did this week.
Yeah,
you're exhausted in a good way. Yeah, I understand. But if we have any subscribers here from St. Elizabeth, you know, we just hope that everything will be back to normalcy soon. Just one hold it and stuff. Like, you know, I'm really happy to see the help that, you know, everybody is trying to do to come together and do for the aftermath of the hurricane.
Right. So, and just know say help is coming and things are going
better. Things are going better. That is for sure.
Right.
So yes, I'm really happy that you did that because, you know, And as for me, my week was alright, I suppose. It was okay. Yeah.
You're tired too?
I am exhausted mentally, if I'm being honest, but that has a lot to do with work. But but other than that, I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Comment down below. Let us know.
How was this week?
Yeah. Let us know. All right, guys. So we're gonna jump right into the episode. So a friend of mine, well, a friend of ours, sent us this thing that we should do. So what I did was I posted it on my personal page, Instagram, and I also posted it on SHANZ DEBZ. Not a lot of persons responded, but we have some responses here. So we're gonna, you know, like discuss it. But first
we're to the topic.
Right. But first we're gonna kind of like discuss our thing first. Like based on the question, us first, before we dive into the ones that we received on Instagram. Okay? So this is it. It says, what's your first reality check after moving in with your partner? So basically we're going to talk about what we realize in the relationship when we did move in with the partner.
Yeah.
First of all, I feel like I moved in on Debbie. I always ask her that. Do you think I moved in on you?
I don't think so. Like you kind of just visit
and stayed.
Not really, because I mean you went back to Cuba. You just came over and stayed for a long time.
It was like about 3 months. I came over and I literally packed my bag for a night, and I was supposed to go home the other day. I did. I went home.
Yeah, you did go home a couple times.
For the weekend, babe. I went home for the weekend, and then I came back, and I never left.
You did leave again a couple times.
I left to go back to Cuba.
No, you did leave me a couple times and go to St. Mary. Go stay with your family.
2 little time, and then one at a time I bring her with me.
2 times? Oh yeah. Boy, guys, that was the best sleep I've ever. Like, I feel like to this day, that is the best sleep
when they came home with me.
Yeah, in a long time.
And grandma was still alive at the time, so it was me, her, grandma.
Yes, and grandma take
house.
care of we and come check the window there. Yeah. Remember that?
And make sure the house still lock up. Yeah, and she check the doors. Yeah,
nice piece of sleep.
Yeah, she slept like a baby. But yes, I felt like, and then I went back to Cuba, and then when I came home, I just decided, hey, I'm gonna stay and spend the summer with Debs. And then after
you never want to leave.
Yeah, Debbie never want me to leave. I feel like you, because I used to be like, I think I'm gonna go home, and you were like, kind of like, stay with longer, man. So all right, so what was your first reality check when we started living together?
What is the first one? I feel like I wrote these things down. All
right, so you want to
what is the first one? Yes. So there are 3 things that I noticed about Shanice. But like the first one was, so stuff. So I was living the minimalist bachelorette life with a futon as my couch. barely any stuff.
Yes,
and what I realized, like one of the first things I realized about Shanice is that she comes with like all this stuff. So like she has a 100 book and 100 shoes and clothes and we got a coach, and so that was like the main thing. And like babe always have this saying, like when I'm like cleaning up the house and throwing away things and stuff like that, like the house what you always say, the house will look like people living there.
Yes, the house supposed to look like we live in here. Debbie wants to have a blank canvas. Like, no, we live here. We need stuff.
Yes. So every now and then I will be like, okay, we're donated some stuff, or we just a dash with some things. But that was definitely a thing.
To the point where this year, I think it was January, I literally cleared out my entire closet.
How much garbage bag of things? About 3 garbage bag of things.
They were in good condition to me, but then they were saying like, obviously I gained a little weight, so a lot of the things couldn't fit me anymore. Right. So I had to we donated them to Salvation Army.
And with that, a whole heap of things, so whole heap of things. But that was an eye opener for me. I feel like a lot of people have that experience. The femmes come with the things that make the place homey, which is
exactly
which is stuff.
That's so crazy to me, because I remember one time before we got this apartment together, when I was coming to your apartment, and I invited a friend over, and they were like, they be a bachelor man. And she had this little dish drainer that couldn't even hold a pot.
Nothing like that.
And we had to go pot shopping when we were moving together. We had to go buy pot sets, dish drainer, a lot of things for the home.
So we have
because Debbie were, she wasn't.
We have pot. I don't feel like I feel like I had like a pot to cook
Debbie
rice.
had a little mini pot like this and a frying pan.
Oh yes,
best believe that.
Yes,
a frying pan and a mini pan, and she was good with that because all she was making was pasta and fish and shrimp.
Right.
But no me,
and
no
rice.
I love to cook, so I want all the things, kitchen and stuff.
Yeah. So that was like the number one thing, and then there was also the wet thing.
Oh God.
So Shanice like moisture, and when things wet, and that's not true. It's true. She like water and them stuff. So Shanice used to do this thing where like she just come out of the bath and don't dry off. She just come out, wet up the mat, wet up the floor, just walk all over the place with the wetness, and then stain at the towel, and then leave the towel outside of the bathroom.
So your first reality check was that a lot of stuff, and that wet up the place, and you have to kind of compromise on all of that.
No, and that, and then me not like when things damp. I don't like when things damp or, wet.
So you were annoyed.
I don't like wet things pan me and then something. It was, it was an adjustment, what I mean. It was an adjustment. I think those were the main things though. But the good thing about baby is that she learned and she listened to my concerns. So I say to her, say, boy, the little towel and the wetness, like I feel like I told you one time, like I've never seen anything like that before. You just come out and just stream a wetness
wet and everything.
Your back wet and your
I dry my feet.
You never did any dry your foot then?
Yes, because I'm stepping out, I don't want to sleep.
Well, that was it. But anyway, baby learn fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I kind of value in the thing. And I changed a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
you see the value in when we did I say in terms of the wet up the whole play. In terms of the stuff, I feel like I have we both have adjusted to that a bit. So
she's still kind of always trying to get me to throw things.
Yeah, listen, if left to me, everything would have dash everything.
You have a problem. That used to be my mom growing up. She used to always throw away things like that. But yeah, guys, so you know what? Comment down below and let us know what was your first reality check when you moved in with your partner. Yes. Let us know. Oh, you had something on your list here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring up that one day now, but since you have it. Oh yes, I did say 3 things. So yeah, and this wasn't always a thing. I feel like one time you did put in this hairstyle.
I did boho braids.
And let me tell you something, man. That they shed like one half.
But it was human hair. I don't know how it
the
shed.
Thing shed.
I think it's a high maintenance hairstyle, and everybody who wear boho braid always
said the
have
same
that issue
thing.
With it. It not really quickly, and it sheds a lot.
Hair everywhere, all over the place. Johnny just sit down and them bird they will release feather. The peacock they will everywhere. Everywhere they just shell off like a bit and then they shell off like a bit.
And you shouldn't let the hair stuff because I used to use her brush to comb my hair and it did full up her hair and sometimes I'd leave it there. And then she decided that one day she came to Cuba and she brought me a brand new brush.
Look what I brought for you, a brush.
She brought me a hairbrush. And I was like, oh, so you bring me a hairbrush because you don't want me to use your brush anymore. And
I was like, babe, don't you want a brush?
Yeah, I do.
Nice new brush.
But the main reason was because I was probably using it and the hair was all over it, which was okay.
I mean, maybe.
Kind of, because you always mention it.
Maybe, but yeah.
You don't feel that way,
you learn quick and we adjust with one another. The good thing about it is that that wasn't hard. It was seamless to kind of match each other and, kind of.
We never really had huge issues like living together. I feel like mine though was what was my first reality check when we moved in together, babe? Oh, I remember now. It's like now when Debbie and I like argue together.
Oh, remember.
Right. When we argue, or we have like a little disagreement, I would rather just go to my bed. Yes. But then in living together, I realized that we can't just go to bed angry. Yeah. Or Debbie don't like when we go to our bed angry. We have to like resolve it. I love sleep. So sometimes we want to sleep, but we have to up and kind of like trying to solve the problem. So that was kind of one of my things like, damn, we have to solve this before we go to bed, right? Maybe just live alone. We can just storm off and just go sleep.
And go to bed mad and lock up mad
and be angry and whatever. But yeah, that was my first like reality check, like a big one. And
you want to the two of we in the living room lay down because we can't go to bed late and tired.
Up on the bathroom floor. Another thing I realized that I can't just go to sleep alone, or I can't just sleep anywhere I want. Like for example, I can't just come out and sleep in the couch because they'll be going to feel some type of way about that. Especially if we had an argument. Like it's just boiled down to the same thing. And things like you not setting the ice tray.
Yes.
Like
okay.
Like that is like a thing. Like they will empty the tray, and then I love ice. And when I go into the fridge, there's no ice. Like, why don't you set back the tray? It's empty. So that's kind of one of the things that, you know, living together, I realize that people are gonna do things in this relationship where you're not used to.
Right.
You know, because if I use the ice tray, I'm setting it back. If the bread finishes, I throw it in the bag. Debbie will leave it with the bag. No, like so it's like little things like that. You understand?
That's true. Yeah. I'm not really a bread person, like, so I feel like if 2 more bread in the bag, I'm leaving that for you.
But I don't eat bread when it passes a certain time, because if the bread passes a week, you know, so I'm not gonna eat it no more because I feel like it's not fresh no more.
Yeah, that's it tough.
No. You know this.
And toast it. I know.
Anyway, so yeah, I feel like those are the little things that in our relationship was our first reality check. All right. So all right, we will not be naming the persons who send in
their responses.
The responses. Yeah, so we're just gonna read them anonymously. So this first one says her first reality check was realizing how much she don't like living with people.
Oh God. Why? My God, me never really have that. I get it. And I feel like some people are harder to
live with.
Yes. Not necessarily they're harder to live with, but it's like you and everybody energy. Sometimes it take more effort to, you know,
to mesh and live in the same space.
Right.
So yeah, and if you really never like people to begin with, and then you move in with somebody, it's kind of hard, and now you realize, shit, this is why. This is why. This is why I don't like living with people. All right. So the next one is that sometimes you may need space. Totally can relate.
Yeah. Totally because we do need space every now and then. Like I not as much as Shanice.
Yeah, sometimes I really do.
We're Bob and Larry,
right? Because I grew up like that kind of sort of where I just had my own space, and I was kind of like, you know, in my own little zone. So that living with somebody, you know, sometimes you can't just be in your own space. You have to kind of communicate that. So that is another reality check for me as well. This person's thing. Yeah, so I totally understand that one.
But like what we will do is like we try our best to do this. I'll be like, we maybe need some space, and I will go to the supermarket, or I'll go somewhere on the road for go run some like errands and whatever. I just know say a fair time that. Or you'll have your little self-care time where
I go out by myself and, you know, go do my hair or my lashes alone.
Or you sit down in front of your vanity and do over your hair 100 times, and then a little something there. And I will go on my 5K runs or stuff like that.
Or she'll watch her shows alone, and I'll do the same, watch my shows alone.
But I totally get that. Like Shanice grew up like where her space was her space, and she did a lot of things independently. But I grew up kind of like in a family where we were very together. Yeah, and we would do a lot of stuff together and eat together and, you know, travel together and talk together. And so,
you know what's one thing that I think living together brought out in me? My triggers. And healthy ways of addressing those triggers.
Right. Because you realize that you want to live.
Right. I feel like living together made me realize a lot of things about myself that I really never knew. It kind of made me relearn myself and, you know, kind of reassess like, damn, this is why this is, to me, it kind of bring out that. If I was living alone, I would not be able to kind of like, you know, say, this is happening, kind of sort of.
Okay, so it's made you more kind of like self-aware,
right?
Emotionally intelligent, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, so this one says, I think I have to think about. I have to think about feeding him and not like just starving myself. Like I have to feed you too.
It doesn't sound like him not cook.
It sounds like cool. And it sounds like she's the type of person to just be like, she's hungry and she's just going to lay there and just be in the bed and
or eat like a cereal.
Or eat 2 crackers. But you live with somebody now. So you have to kind of like, cook a little food for the 2 to eat. You can't just be hungry because the 2 not gonna do what I did for hunger. Yeah, I guess that's what that is, which I totally understand. Then the other one says having to deal with someone else's mood swings, especially when our cycles sync up. And if you're in a queer relationship, a lesbian relationship at that, you totally understand this.
Our day, me and you nearly kill one another.
Listen, because we both,
our cycles sync up that weekend.
Yeah, I know. So when we had the disagreement, we both were on our cycles. So the emotions, the feelings, the mood swings, it was very high.
Yeah.
So this one is totally relatable. I'm telling you, like you really have to deal with somebody else's mood when maybe you're trying to deal with my own.
You have to dig deep for the logical, mature,
response and actions.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Don't always come out, but yeah, that's
I know. I feel like
a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. Let us know if you're in a relationship and if you can relate to any of these things or specifically that one, because when your cycle sync up, trouble daddy. So this one says they don't like personal space.
Me,
Debbie.
Me.
Yeah, I'm like personal space.
Especially when time hot. Yeah, like your personal space.
Like if the time hot, why you itch up on me my heart? And I get so annoyed sometimes. But she knows though, because I'm like,
So I've had to adjust.
Yeah, so when the time hot, she's like, it's hot. And sometimes the bee's like, you're cool, we can come.
Approach the bear with caution.
But yeah, the personal space thing hits hard as well. All right, so this one says seeing the person's true colors. They weren't wrong about they weren't wrong about see me and live with me. Listen,
see me and come live with me.
It's when somebody says that.
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
That is a real thing. Like
so
I feel
real.
Like so real. So real. You're happy with the person, and then the moment when they live together, all hell broke loose.
Yep.
Like it's so crazy to me. And I've never lived with anybody like this before in this healthy way. So this is kind of like a good thing. And and this one was your person show your true colors when you live together.
Yeah,
it is so freaking true. So true.
Like
so
you're not going it's not everybody you're going to vibe with like that. It's not everybody. Some people energy just different from yours, and it's not that nothing wrong with either of you. It's just that you're different.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And like I see a lot of people on social media saying that their marriages work because they both have different houses or they have different bedrooms,
very separate lives.
So so that works for them
of physically.
Maybe them see them true color when them live together, so it work out better for them if they are not living together, which I guess that work for them. Obviously, that wouldn't work for me, and that probably wouldn't work for you. But if it worked for them, then it is what it is. But
no, you can't go live in the next bedroom. It not go work.
But when we're mad, I can go in the next bedroom and chill. Because we're human. We're gonna get mad at each other for something.
True.
Nothing is perfect. It's just a matter of how you deal with the conflict at hand. And if you really want this person, you'll find ways of dealing with it. So but I don't see anything wrong if you want to go sleep in another room or you want to lay outside in the couch because sometimes things are better handled when you're free from all that anger.
You get a little break and you can breathe a bit.
Can think clearly. So if you want to take your space and I don't see anything wrong with that. But living in separate places as a married couple,
boy, that kind of different. That's a different thing.
Okay, so we're moving on now. Couples should sleep separate. I love spread out. You have a good dog. But Debbie loves spread out, sometimes I switch her in to sleep and say, move your foot now, babe. Spread right out. You see how when them are sleeping at the daytime and I'm not in there?
Starfish.
Spread out. So if you like to spread out and you live with somebody, move over a little bit, man. I make the person get some
or get a king size bed.
Yeah, trust me, that may not work either, but you know, you can try.
I'm drawn to heat, babe.
Clearly. Oh my God, that was funny though. A couple should spread out. I love spread out. You have to stop this. Okay, that we are required to sleep together every night.
Yeah,
and every night
quite a few people. Quite a few people seem to have had to adjust to that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a question though, friend. You never did think you would have to sleep together every single night with your partner?
Like share your bed with
share your bed with no,
like my bed.
Like, oh my God, we're living together now. I can't just go to bed alone. Like, we have to sleep together every night, bro. Yeah, that is
and go out bed together.
Oh my God. Okay, that we do things differently and compromising would definitely increase. Yes. Yes. It's just like we were given the example just now in our relationship where we do things differently. So it's kind of like a compromise and, you know, trying to adjust to each other, you know, being in a space together kind of a thing. So, yeah.
A lot of that.
And you're not gonna get you're not gonna get a clone of yourself.
Exactly. You'll never find
there's probably going to be this one minute thing that somebody is doing differently that you're probably not used to, or you just not like, period. And you probably have to go work on trying to be like, all right, that's one thing I will have to live with. And it's okay, or it may not be okay. So that's totally dependent on you and what you This one says, understanding responsibility to have a stable living environment. This is a big one.
I don't understand that.
Understanding responsibility to have a stable living environment. What I get from this is that
like roles and stuff like that, and being responsible.
Like, you know, you're living together now, so there's gonna be responsibility in the household.
Oh, okay.
And so you're going to have to understand that both of you guys will have to come together as a team to tackle those responsibilities in the household to have a stable living environment.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know in what way this person is referring to, but it can be in multiple ways. It can be the roles that you are doing in the household, like maybe cooking, cleaning, whatever. And also it can be with your finances too. Like who is going to, you know, is a lot of things it can be. She never specify what it is, but those are responsibilities. Like if the two want to live together, none of them like cook. What is the plan for you guys to eat dinner every day? None of them like clean. So we're just gonna live in this big. There has to be a plan. Is it down gonna come together and get a maid to do the cleaning and to do the cooking,
or split it up or something like that?
Or is it that this person don't like to cook and this person like to iron, or vice versa? Then on this side, like us, yeah. I hate to iron, to be with iron. She not really cookie, but she cook.
We can do a little thing every now and then, but
she really
cookie. So, cookie.
Right. But I love to cook, so I don't mind cooking, and I don't feel pressured making us food. You know, like some people in a relationship and it's like a job. They have to cook. Like, I don't feel like that because I genuinely like to cook. And so I like to try new things.
Thank God.
And babe eats my food and she's happy. Understand? And I hate to iron, so she will iron for me. And it's like an unspoken thing in a relationship where one person falls short, the next person picks up. Right. And these are responsibilities around the house and within our relationship. So if we were not having those kind of things, then we probably wouldn't have a stable living environment. We probably would be arguing, babe, why you put the bag there so you could have cooked the food, yada yada yada. So it's like, this is kind of important. And it comes down to you communicating beforehand, before you move in with a person. Make sure you know certain things. And
even although we never really communicated.
But if I did come live with you for the first year and you see a lot of things that you know in the future that would have been a problem for you, you would have to talk to me about it. And if there are no changes, then you probably, if it's somewhere that is like a deal breaker for you, then you probably would have said, boy, this not gonna work, you know, because this is not what that your needs are not being met. So it comes down to a lot of things. It all depends on what you're willing to take in your relationship and all of that. Debbie not like to wash the dishes. Me not really love wash the dishes either. So that's why we don't really like wash dishes. But what we're gonna do? Left the dishes in the sink to stink and dirty and we just throw them out? No. So when I cook, I wash as I go. You understand? And if Debbie wake up in the morning and she's going to make breakfast and like I cook the night before, and when I wash as I go, I never wash the two little plate, then we eat out. We go to bed and never wash the two little plate, them. She make breakfast. She may just wash the two little plate, them, and we carry on.
And every now and then we feel a vibes and we wash plate every week.
So it's a lot of compromising, because if somebody is sick too, you kind of have to do them short.
Are them tired or
you know?
Right.
So living together, it takes a lot of work. It's not just you alone.
It's like a partnership. People. It's like a team. I always say that.
I feel like we work together very well when it comes on to the host thing.
Yeah, you have to work it like you're on a team.
Right.
You know, and try not to take everything too personal. Just run it like a team and And
I stay too. This is like a me thing though. I don't know if other people stay like this. You can let me know down in the comments. It's like if I see Debbie doing something in the house, like for example, I see Debbie gets up and she's doing the dishes. Something in me just can't lay down and see her do something.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Like
because all when you did sick, like all when me sick
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's like
I want to get up and go do something. I'm like, no, you're not.
She tell me, say, no, don't do it, you know. But because I want to do something, I ended up, she made me sit down and she bring the clothes them on the couch, and I was sitting down here in the couch, folding the clothes and watching my show, because me just don't like to see she alone and do all of the work. I just feel so bad, like she go sweep, she go mop, she go do the laundry.
Sometimes you have to lay down and not do nothing to you know, and that is okay too.
Like sometimes I will do everything. Like I will clean the living room,
we do everything some of the time too,
and everything, and she will do everything some of the time too. So you have days where we just maybe she in the mood for cleaning, and me in the mood for cleaning, so she gonna do it. But it's not just cleaning alone that makes a stable home. It has to do with everything, the finances, communication, everything. Because if we're not communicate, then obviously the home not really stable, because we're not gonna probably, I'll go back and forth.
Personal space,
if
self-care space.
And they don't pay it, I want to come up, there's no light. That's gonna cause a problem too. So those are responsibilities as adults. We kind of have to, what's gonna happen, Yeah. Okay, so that was kind of lengthy. I think that was kind of deep for me. I don't know. And then you have the level of obligation that comes with it. This one I don't really understand.
I mean, I guess maybe this person feel like they're obligated to do certain things around the home and things like that.
So maybe like cooking and
maybe
cleaning
some people,
and
and tend to certain things. Our relationship not really stay like that, and I feel like I appreciate that. Yeah. We kind of share stuff and we find what each of us kind of have a knack for. Right. And we kind of mainly chiefly do them something there, but we can, it can kind of blur up, and sometimes me do. We take it on as a team. Yeah, like we eat one pie, the two of we.
Literally, that's what we do.
The two of we take on the little something like one pie. So no one person is the one that cooks, or the one that cleans, or the one that irons, or the one that pays the bills, it's not really like that.
Yeah, to be honest, I just feel like this thing just runs so smooth. It's like what needs to be done, one person just sees and just do it. Sometimes,
so
like I feel
it helps when it's like that.
Yeah, so I feel like the obligation that comes with it. I feel like this can be like, you can communicate with your partner, tell them tell them, boy, babe, me not like you make me feel obligated for cook every day. Like, me feel sick to them. I don't want to cook, but you make me feel like I have to cook. This is just an example. Like, you know, don't make the house feels like you're at work.
Yeah.
Because when you're at work, you're literally doing things you're obligated to do.
Right.
So don't make your home feel like you're at your job. Because you're at your job for 8 hours. So this can take like a talk in your relationship, or you know, tell them your boy would really like some help here and there, and
not make everything tit for tat.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't make everything like that. You know, them something simple for some, because you can talk. Some people don't really take exactly. And if you know the other person you want to live with for the rest of your life, then you know
you have to just go work on it and find the system will work for you. Find the little system will work for you.
Yeah, and that's just it. Because everybody come with them quirks. Everybody come with something. Yeah. You know,
as you know, we did come with ours.
Of course, and we still have little things them way, because we're not perfect. We are human. All right, so this one says that sex, morning, noon, and night.
Cry face.
Oh God! And the simple fact that everyone does things differently. This used to annoy me. That's what she says. Yeah. But let's talk about that. Sex, morning, noon, and night. Do you guys have sex morning, noon, and night? No, I don't think. I feel like Jaja.
It sounds exhausting.
Yeah, unless you really love. I mean, I don't know.
Kind of periods of that, but
yeah, but like every day.
On the work.
Yeah.
So, do not nails.
Because if you know you work from home, maybe
you do not nails, but you still have to do other things.
But I know at work, but the sex morning, noon, and night. Maybe that was just an exaggeration. Like, you know, she didn't really have sex morning, noon, and night. She never knew
maybe the person did want
of how much time she'd have to have sex in a week. Maybe that's what it is. Like, so she just said, why sex morning, noon, and night? But it wasn't really morning, noon, and night. It was probably the whole weekend. And she never knew she had so much time. Am I going off, you know, get a night? But I feel like that happens a lot with new relationship. Like, new relationship too. But it's like every day, that's all I know for though. That's
all I know for though.
Watch it. But like over time, you find that it's not gonna be morning, noon, and night when you live together for 4 or 5 years. It's not gonna be morning, noon, and night if we're being realistic. It's gonna be a lot still, but it's not gonna be morning, noon,
no, because you have other things to do.
Yeah. And then tired too. And you know,
and time hot sometimes.
And sometimes you just want an intimate moment with like chilling and other things. You know, intimacy is a lot. It's not just sex. So yeah. So those are actually the responses that we got. We would love to hear you guys first reality check down in the comments. I hope that you guys leave your first reality check and let us know what the first thing you realize when you're moving with a partner. Like
or somebody, it have to be a current partner too.
Yeah, like somebody in your past, like where did realize that makes
like why
this not working out, or this different. What was that moment for you? Right. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for watching our video. If you've made it this far, we genuinely appreciate all of you guys for commenting, liking the video, sharing. Thank you guys so much. Follow us on all socials at SHANZ DEBZ on TikTok and on Instagram. And we go live on Instagram on Sundays at 7 p.m.
So go and follow.
Yeah, follow us. Love you guys. Bye.